Say yes every day to the world and to your heart. Open up your eyes and let your spirit start. Say yes to the dreams you hold inside. Let your soul be your guide.
Thank you for joining us today for another episode of Wednesday Wisdom. Today, we are joined by the amazing Alexandria Ware. She is a certified mortgage advisor at Nexa Lending. Thank you so much for joining us today. And to kick us off, as always, we learn so many things in our life. We take in little, pieces and nuggets of other pieces of people's wisdom, and then we apply it to our own life. Alexandria, we'd love for you to kick us off with what is one of the best pieces of advice that you ever received, and how do you apply that to your life?
Yes, thank you for having me. I would say one of the best pieces of advice that I've received is just keep going. At a young age, I lost my mother to breast cancer. And somebody just said, just keep going. Your plan is already written before you. And so don't question your path. Just keep going on the path. You're going to live, you're going to learn, you're going to grow. And so I've always adapted that concept no matter when challenges arise or anything of that nature, just to keep going. Everything's going to already work out for you.
Wow. Number one, such a tough lesson, such a
Yeah.
difficult, so sorry to hear that.
Thank
But,
you.
it's interesting that the hardest part of getting through any challenge is the keep going through the storm, because
Yeah.
so many times we want to just kind of stay in place and kind of say, well, I'm gonna kind of, go within myself and I'm gonna stay here. But that's honestly the opposite of exactly what you just shared, that no matter what, we have to keep moving forward and we have to keep taking action to move
Yeah.
that. And I want to go a little deeper. You said the plan is already written. So regardless of what the challenge is before you, keep going. So go a little bit deeper. I want to hear your thoughts on that. The plan is already written.
Yeah. So I just truly believe that our life, everybody we meet, encounter, everything that we go through is already written for us to become the person we're supposed to be. So once you understand that, it makes it a lot easier knowing that, hey, I'm going to get through this. I'm going to overcome whatever the situation may be, and just to keep going forward. So it just makes it a lot easier to digest and know that during this moment in time, I'm growing, I'm becoming the person that I'm always meant to be.
Love that. I absolutely love that. And such great insight, like when we really think about that, right? All right.
Right.
So I have to ask, one of my most favorite things to hear is people's mortgage journey, meaning I always am fascinated by how people fell into or, found the mortgage industry. So please share with us, how did you find our industry?
Yeah, so it was by accident. I was actually wanting to go to school for fashion. And when I was in college, I got a job at a bank and I started learning more about money. And it became very apparent to me that I love helping people. And so I was connected to a financial advisor. I would help him find clients, through the banking. And then from there, I met somebody that actually owned a lot of properties in San Francisco at that time. And they told me I'm in the wrong profession. You need to become a realtor. But I didn't want to become a realtor because I loved learning about money. So I decided to go ahead and take that mortgage route.
Wow.
And that's
So
how I
how
stumbled on
long?
it. Did
How
it for
long have
like
you been
12
doing it?
years.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. That's amazing. That's awesome. And I
Yeah.
have to tell you, that is such a fun question because almost everyone falls into it. Everyone
Right.
has this interesting story. And I have a theory. My theory is the mortgage business finds us. Like,
I
I
love that.
actually believe it's one of those things that it's a very unique industry and it takes a special person and a special skill in terms of going with the ups and downs and the ins and outs and dealing with so much. You have to be empathetic, you have to be patient, you have to be intelligent. You have to be compassionate. Like there's so many things we have to do. It's not just as simple as give me your pay stubs and your W-2 and we're good to go, right? There's so much more to that. So it really is something that I find finds us at the
Yes.
moment that we're ready to accept it,
Yes.
Oh
I
my
love
God, I
that.
love it. All right. So I'm kind of putting you on the spot on this, but I'd love to hear. Give me a story. Give me a family you helped, a unique thing, something where you were like, this is why I love this industry. This is why I do this. I want to hear how you help your clients and all the greatness that you provide everyone.
Yeah, definitely. So I would take it back to the story of when I first got into the industry. At that time, I was helping a firefighter who had some challenges on qualifying. And so at the time, I sat down with them. It was him, his wife, and his daughter at that time. And I went over everything. And I'm big on wealth. We're buying a home, but it's all about your overall general wealth. So I like to bring in different people, financial advisors, CPAs, anybody to help you along in growing your wealth. I just think that real estate is a part of that wealth journey. It's not the final destination. So as we're doing the consultation, he quickly found out that, hey, you guys can qualify for actually what you guys do want. And it wasn't until the little girl, she told me, she's like, I'm so excited. I get to finally have my room. And she drew me a picture of what she would decorate her room. And I carry that picture to this day as just a reminder of this is more than just a transactional, it's more on legacy growth. And so that's what I really focused my business on and creating that longevity through the legacy growth of wealth.
I love that. And I have to tell you what, I've done interviews with people that share that story where that child is now the one they're helping to
Right.
get the home. And that is we have that opportunity, right? That we are so connected to those families that as the generation changes years from now, you could then be part of their legacy wealth, right? And I love how you approach this. I love the fact that it's not just that transaction and it's not just about that moment in time. It's how do you take that and apply that to the rest of their life and their wealth creation for that legacy for their entire family. And by doing that, you are the advisor. We introduced you as a certified mortgage advisor. That's exactly right, right? That is what you're doing. And that is so much bigger
Yes.
for everyone than just that one transaction. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. Well, what areas do you cover? I know you're in the San Francisco area, right?
I'm originally from San
Ah,
Francisco, so I actually cover, well, I live in Seattle, so I
got
cover
it.
Washington, California, and Texas.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Love that. Just sharing that for anyone that's listening in that may want to use your services. Awesome. All right. So thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and greatness with all of us. As we wrap up, we always like to end with the question of if I was to take out my magic wand right now and say to you, anything that you would like to accomplish with no limitations at all, what would be that thing that you would want to make happen?
Good question. If I really used to think about it, because I do love what I do and I'm very passionate about it, is bringing forth more education. So learning about different wealth aspects for clients. And I'm actually focusing on it next year, where I'm going to be doing a lot more webinars and hosting a lot more events to bring that knowledge to the masses. And I think that's extremely important, is to have that wealth creation and that legacy growth. So that's what I'm doing as my part and giving back. And then also a certain part of my proceeds that I'm receiving in commission, I'm actually giving back to the community. So just to kind of really hone in on, I feel like as mortgage advisors, as real estate agents, as anyone working in the real estate agency, we are the community and we need to focus more on being in front of the community and listening to what the community needs.
Oh, I love that. Well, I also believe that when we say things out loud, we bring them to life. So
Yes.
thank you for sharing that. And I can already see the future of all of those families that you're going to be helping by that.
Thank
Alexandria, thank
you.
you so much for joining us. Please share with everyone how can they get in contact with you?
Okay, so you can reach me on Instagram at Miss Lady Mortgages, or you can go to ardorre, ARDORRE.com, and that's my website where you can go ahead and reach me as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much and keep
Thank
shining
you.
brightly.
Thank you.